well, the whole point of this was to go over like what it takes to go Ruby, what it takes to go Emerald, how you actually do those things, right? So that's why we call it newbie to Ruby or newbie to Emerald. So most of us aren't even really talking. I'm sorry, I had hiccups.
You're not wearing your bracelet.
Most of us are not even really talking about executive anymore. If you're new to this company, like you just joined, I should probably introduce myself first, actually. My name's Kalea Morrison. I'm with Double Diamond. I've been in, I don't know how long, almost 4 years. Whoa, that's crazy. Almost four years, you guys. That's so crazy to think about. But yeah, so I've been in for almost 4 years. It's been an awesome journey, I can tell you that. That's for sure. So if you are on this right now, congratulations. Kudos to you for hopping on. No matter if you're in a car, I see Jenna's in a car. Sienna looks like she's cooking because she's been at school and stuff all day. You guys are just like on my first thing. I see babies. I see people eating. So good job hopping on and doing this for your business. But yeah, so we are doing the newbie to Ruby, newbie to Emerald because nobody really even now especially doesn't really talk about executive because
it's not a rank anymore. Sorry, it's not a rank anymore.
Yeah, so like Ruby is the new executive, right? Because executive used to be 2 distributors and Ruby is now 3. So like what's the point, right? And most of us, let's be honest, when it was still a rank, you just skipped it anyways. So you didn't even have to worry about it. But I am going to go over exactly what it means to be Ruby, exactly what it means to be Emerald, how you get to those ranks, what you have to do to get to those ranks, what is guaranteed to you money-wise and everything when you do get to those in a certain amount of time. So as I'm talking, if any questions come up, drop them in the chat. I will answer them at the end. I'm going to try not to get distracted by the chat, even though I know I will, because it's just going to happen. But so before we actually talk about promoting itself, we have to talk about being commission qualified, you guys. Because if you're not, Toby's getting in the trash, the bathroom trash. It's cool. I want to punch him. So if you're not commission qualified, you can't be either of those ranks, okay? You're not going to get paid. You're not going to any of that, right? So if you are not running your 80 BV auto shipment, you're not going to get paid. I will quickly say, yes, there's another way to be commission qualified, and that's to have at least 150 in personal bonus volume underneath you. And I do know some people that do that, and for their reasons, you know. But I always recommend that 80 BV auto shipment because, one, you can just put wraps on it, right? And then you can sell those wraps and get that money to pay yourself right back. And because then you don't have to worry about, like, am I commission qualified? What if someone returns something? If someone returns something, then I no longer had 150 and now the month is over and now I'm not commission qualified, you know? So I have ran my ADBV since the very beginning. But you'll realize as time gets on, yes, product of the product, as time goes on, that you don't want to have to worry about, like, say when you're promoting or whatever, you don't want to have to worry about, am I going to get paid my $2,000 paycheck or not because I'm not running my ADBV. There have literally been girls in this company, and I say girls because I'm speaking of certain people, have literally not, like, they have missed out on their paycheck that was like $5,000. I think there's even one girl that was like $10,000 because she was like just banging off that 150 and someone returned something. And so then she was no longer commission qualified. Can you freaking imagine not getting that paycheck? Like, just because you didn't spend $100? Like, oh my God, that would be horrible. So, so yes, we have to be commission qualified. So make sure you're really making that a point in your business because you're also, if you're not commission qualified, you're not even going to be able to be eligible for certain bonuses. So I had to throw that out there really quick for you guys. Okay, so now Ruby. So when I first joined this business, I'm sorry, one second. Let me grab Toby. Toby Chase. I'm sorry. I shut the bathroom door. He seriously does it when I sit down and get comfortable, or if he knows I'm on something like this, he'll go into the bathroom and get in the trash. He doesn't just do it. So he knows when I can't stop him, he'll do it. He's such a little butt. So when I first joined this business, my first goal was to go Ruby. I wanted the $1,000 bonus that they had out, okay? If you got to Ruby within your first 2 full calendar months, you got to Ruby in your first 2 full calendar months, you got a $1,000 bonus. And I remember I didn't think I got it. So I thought it was within 60 days. And my 60 days had passed, whatever. And it was like 10 days past it. And I'm like, yay, I'm Ruby, Kim. Yeah, like I was just so excited I was Ruby. I knew I didn't get that $1,000 bonus. I was so excited. And she was like, no, you got that $1,000 bonus. And I'm like, no, I didn't. Like my 60 days was like 10 days ago. And she's like, no, I'm pretty sure you got it. And I remember we were kind of going back and forth, and she had to ask in her group to make sure because we were questioning ourselves. And I did, you guys. I freaking got it. I got to Ruby within 60 days. Well, 2 full calendar months. And I got that $1,000 bonus. So I'm telling you guys, it's 100% doable, okay? 100% doable. I was working a full-time job, more than full-time. I was competing for a bikini show. So I was in the gym at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. I was going to school. I was doing all the things, you guys, literally all of the things. And what's crazy is Ruby was twice as hard as it is now, literally, so now to go Ruby, if you have your notebook out, or if you've looked at charts or you haven't, or whatever, whether you're brand new or been in for a little while, Ruby now is just 3 distributors, you guys. 3. That's all you need, which is seriously so insane. 3 qualified legs, however you want to look at it. You'll hear it different ways. So I don't have a chart in front of me because I have my planner in front of me and it's wrong. And now I need to redo the planners. So that is now Ruby, not that. Kim, don't you think they need to redo the planners now? / like everyone that's gotten a planner, like, can you send us new inserts?
I was like, that's gonna be outdated. But I can share. I'm gonna share my screen. So keep talking, and I'll share it for like just a moment.
Okay, thank you. So it's just 3 distributors, you guys. And each distributor or qualified leg needs to have 400 in volume. Okay, in group volume. So if you're not sure what group volume is, it is all of the volume underneath that person, okay? And I don't want to try to confuse you guys, but follow me here. If one of those distributors under you, actually here, let me do it like this. This will work, even though it's outdated. This is Ruby, right? Each one of these has to have 400, okay? Say one of your distributors, hold on. Sorry, I couldn't see my screen anymore. Say one of your distributors has a distributor underneath them. Anything this person has goes into the group volume of this person right here. Does that make sense, you guys? So they can have 400 of their own. That's wonderful. That would be so wonderful. But if this person has volume too and they've signed loyals, that counts towards their 400 also. Hopefully you're following me there. So that doesn't necessarily mean that each one of these has to have their own 400, because so many of the newbies that are joining are signing their own distributors too, right? So a lot of them have distributors underneath them, and that counts right towards that 400 also. So that's what's so awesome about this promotion too, and what makes like going Ruby and Emerald even easier. It's because I feel like so many of our newbies are signing distributors of their own, so getting that group volume is way, way easier. So hopefully that kind of helped, just because I don't have the chart printed out yet. Can I explain? Oh, I'll do it, yeah. So each at 400, blah, blah, okay. And it's also a total, correct me if I'm wrong, Kim, it's also a total of 2,000 group volume, right? So it's also a total of 2,000 group volume is what you need to have. So yes, 3, 4, 8, 12, 400 times 3 is 1,200, right? So if they each have 400, that's wonderful. And you're almost to Ruby, but you have to have a total of 2,000 in group volume. That literally means, let me just put this into a little bit easier for you guys. If anyone on your team, including you, okay, everything underneath you is about 2,000 in sales, that's essentially GV, okay? If that makes it easier to try to understand what like group volume or GV is, because each of our products have a certain BV associated with them. For instance, our wraps have 54 and they're $59. You know, our fat fighters have 25 BV and they're $25. So they're all really close. So it's essentially like an amount underneath you in dollars. Some people think that's a little bit easier to think about when they don't have the PVV, PCV, BV, GV, all of that, down and everything in the very beginning. So essentially it's 2,000 in sales or 2,000 in GV total underneath you. If you're confused, that's okay. That's okay. That's why we're going over this, and you will go over it again, and we can go over it again 8 times over again. But that's why we wanted to do this, to just try to at least help you guys a little bit. And then, so if you get to Ruby within your first 2 full calendar months, okay? 2 full calendar months. So if you joined on February 2nd, you have all of February, March, and April, because February is not a full calendar month. That's why you'll see people post things like, today's the best day to join my team, because it's the 2nd of the month, and you essentially have an entire month more to get to that rank. Does that make sense? So that's why I didn't think I got the bonus when I did, because I thought it was 60 days, and it wasn't. It's 2 full calendar months. So if you get to Ruby within 2 full calendar months right now, correct me if I'm wrong again, Kim, but you are guaranteed to make at least $1,000. If you have not made $1,000, Mark, our CEO, will cut the difference to you. And that is freaking awesome. You're literally guaranteed at least $1,000 if you go Ruby within your first 2 calendar months. That's so cool, you guys. I think that's freaking awesome. And I mean, I don't know about you, but $1,000, like, that's a lot of money. That can do a lot of things. And Kim, we were talking about this with some other girls like Chelsea and stuff like that too. And I think I know why we were a little bit confused and we were all kind of all over the place. So I was reading over some more stuff, you guys. And if you get to Ruby in 90 days, you get to Ruby in 3 full calendar months, and you haven't gotten $2,000, you will get paid the difference. Which I didn't even really know that. I was like, okay, yep, Ruby 1,000, Emerald 3,000. No, but if you get to Ruby in 90 days, / not really, 3 full calendar months, and haven't gotten 2,000, they'll pay you the difference also. That's freaking awesome. So, okay, yeah, your first goal is probably to go Ruby within your first 2 full calendar months. But if you don't get it, don't stop. You have an entire other month to get to Ruby and make $2,000. That's even better. So hopefully that kind of helps a little bit. Do you have anything right now, Kim, that I should go over as far as Ruby?
No, I just want people to know that just really quickly, Jenna said, so they have to be commission qualified. Okay, for you to go Ruby and having those 3 qualified legs, that commission qualified, they're going to get paid. You're paid when you're commission qualified, but that commission, like your distributor being commission qualified though, is going to help your volume. So let's say they have an 80 BV auto shipment set up. That goes towards their group volume, which means they're going to be at 400 group volume quicker than not. Does that make sense?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Okay, so let's move to emerald really quick. There's no way I can show you this diamond chart and have it be emerald. So Kim, can you share the new emerald chart? Thank you. Yeah, because if I tried to like hold my hand up in front of things in front of the diamond chart to make the new emerald, it just wouldn't work, you guys. Emerald is literally 2 rubies, okay? 2 rubies plus one extra little person. One extra person that's like just their own distributor, their own leg. So if you're looking at Kim's sharing thing right now, you are that little green blob, whatever, circle that says you. And then you have 2 people that are going ruby, right? So you go ruby, and then what you do is you help 2 more people go ruby, okay? So say Alexis goes ruby, because she's going to, you guys, in like a matter of like T-minus 2 hours or something. That's kind of exaggerating, but so, okay, that you is Alexis, okay? And then underneath her, she is helping Sienna and Stephanie in those first red boxes go ruby, okay? And Sienna and Stephanie are both working their booties off. They're trying to go ruby on their own and everything too, okay? Super simple. And then to the right, you'll see on that first line where it says ruby leg, and then it says qualified leg. That's just a qualified leg is just 400. So that would just be someone that just started. They haven't signed any distributors, or maybe they have, like it doesn't even matter. And that box right there just has to be 400. Now, when you look at a chart, okay, when you look at a chart starting at emerald, this kind of goes back to what Jenna was saying. If those boxes are colored, we call those gems. Get it? Ruby, emeralds, they're gems, right? Diamonds, it's a gem. So if you see a box that is colored, like that ruby leg and that other ruby leg, those are red. Those people have to be commission qualified for you to promote. They have to be commission qualified for you to promote, okay? So if Alexis is all set up right there on that emerald, every single one of those has 400 and all of that, but those 2 red boxes are not commission qualified, she will not go emerald. That's why it's so important to remember when you first start this business that you have to run your ADBB auto shipment, okay? So important, because can you imagine if on the first of the next month, you know, Alexis went to bed the night before crying. She's so excited she went emerald because everyone had 400 and, you know, and then realized that Sienna, for some reason, wasn't commission qualified, which she is. It doesn't matter. I'm using that as an example. Can you imagine that? That would be so heartbreaking, you know, and so heartbreaking for Sienna because then Sienna isn't ruby either, you know? So just remember that anytime you see a colored box on a chart, those ones have to be commission qualified. So don't forget that. So hopefully that makes sense with that emerald chart. Those gray ones just have to be 400 a piece.
I was going to say too, I know this is silly, but if you don't have a color printout, then look at it this way. If it doesn't say qualified leg under it, it just needs to be commission qualified. Because I know some people don't print them out in color. So if you're looking at it like, well, crap, none of it's in color. Well, then just make sure if it says ruby, emerald, diamond, double, like whatever, they just need to be commission qualified.
Correct. There's been, I used to print them in color, and like I don't even print them in color. But for my own sake, you guys, it doesn't matter how long you've been in this business. When you're looking at triple charts, presidential charts, and there's 80 million boxes all over the place, I outline those in a color, you know, whether it be in a highlighter or red or whatever, so that I know that those have to be commission qualified. So yeah, so just don't forget that. So right now, when you go emerald, in your first 3 full calendar months, okay? Not 90 days, 3 full calendar months, you are guaranteed $3,000. Oh my gosh, my hiccups. You are guaranteed $3,000. If you haven't made $3,000 in your first 3 full calendar months, Mark's gonna cut you a check to make up the difference. So again, if you don't get to ruby, within 2 full calendar months, keep freaking going. That doesn't mean you cannot get to Emerald in 3. 3,000 is way better than 1,000, right? So just keep going, you guys. Keep going. Let me see here. Let me look at. Kim, do you have the questions, or do you want me to look at them?
There wasn't a lot so far. That's why I haven't. There's not a whole lot. Jenna just asked the question about, like, can you be more specific about volume? But you were. So that's taken care of, and that's pretty much it. Other than what's your actual due date?
Oh, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. So, now, here's the thing too, you guys. So obviously, I talked about, like, what is Ruby. I talked about what is Emerald. Exactly what they are, right? But how do you go Ruby? How do you go Emerald? If you're not, here's my tips, okay? This is what I was doing. This is how I did it. I literally was posting every single day. I was reaching out every single day, and I was following up every single day, okay? All 3 of those. Post, message, follow up, repeat. If you ask him what you should be doing, she's going to tell you that same thing every freaking time. Every freaking time. She's going to say post, message, follow up, repeat. That's literally what she's going to tell you. You guys, 4 years ago, that's what she told me. And that's what I did to go Ruby, okay? Yes, 5. Diamond's 8, right? No. If you're not posting things that are attractive, you're just going to get frustrated, okay? If you're posting things that are like Google images, you're just going to get frustrated because, yes, you are posting every single day. You're messaging every single day, and you're following up with those people every single day. But it's all about attraction marketing, right? You have to make sure that your posts look attractive. You have to make sure that when people are scrolling through Facebook, they're stopping at your post because they want to read them, because it's a funny picture of you, or it's a gorgeous picture of you, or it's your cute little children, or it's your dogs, or it's you at the gym. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, you guys. One of my friends just texted me and said, have you heard about people eating their placenta? Okay. I was really distracting, but that was really funny.
They put them in little capsules. Anyway, yeah.
Yes. Oh my Lord. Yes, and I'm not doing that in case y'all wondered, okay? I'm sorry. But if I didn't even know where I was at. Attracting, correct? What was I talking about?
Attraction marketing. So if you're at the gym or you have pictures of your baby.
Oh yeah, if you're at the gym, things like that. So things to get people to stop and look at your posts, you guys, okay? You have to have the right posts to attract the people. So remember, copying the right cat, okay? That's what I tell everybody, and that's what I have told everybody from the very beginning. If Kim is your upline, if Sienna is your upline, if Jerica is your upline, if I'm your upline, yeah, I know Jerica, I don't even know you, but I see your name. If any of us are your upline and they're posting good posts, they're posting them for a reason, right? I post the post that I post. That sounds funny. I post the post that I post because they work, you guys. If I'm posting them, they work. So copy them. Copy them. Don't worry about trying to recreate or to create your own posts right now, right? You're just getting started and your goal is to go Ruby within your 2 full calendar months. You don't have 2 full calendar months to try to figure out what posts are good and what posts are not good, right? Look at Kim's posts. If you're going to make a post, does it look like hers? Does it sound like hers? Is it exciting like hers, right? If it is, great, use it. If it's not, don't use it because you're just going to get frustrated, and I can promise you that. I can promise you that. So posting was huge for me going Ruby. Also, yes, at the end of the day, be thoughtful. Also, not caring what anyone is thinking, you guys. You cannot care what people are thinking. Really quickly, let me look and see who is on. Okay, so and just making sure somebody wasn't on. They shouldn't be because they've never done anything since they signed up. They quit before they did anything. They joined and quit. And you know why they did? Because they literally said, I'm worried about what people are going to think of me. And my response to that was, then you'll never be successful with this business. I was so honest because you guys, if you're worried about what people are going to think, well, I mean, why are you doing this, right? Why are you doing this? You're never going to get a customer. You're never going to sign your first distributor because you're not going to be posting, right? You're not going to be reaching out to random people. Exactly. People's opinions do not pay your bills. If they don't like what you're posting, they can unfriend you. If they don't like that you're messaging them, they can block you. Who cares, right? Who cares? You have to be messaging people and getting outside of your comfort zone too. If I wasn't messaging people when I was trying to go Ruby, if I wasn't messaging random people or just randomly messaging like friends and relatives and things like that, I would have never went Ruby, you guys. You have to step outside of that comfort zone. You have to if you want these things. If you want that guaranteed $1,000 or you want that guaranteed $2,000 or $3,000, you have to be messaging every single day. You have to be. And it doesn't really even matter how you're messaging. And when I say that, I mean like things like, you know, so-and-so like looked so, like you're looking at a picture and you're like, oh my gosh, girl, your hair is gorgeous. Who does your hair? That can lead into talking about the business or talking about the products or straight up messaging someone, asking them if they'll do host-to-post for you, which we didn't even have host-to-post back then. So that is huge. If you don't know what host-to-post is, search host-to-post and Better Together and you'll bring up videos and stuff in there. So messaging every single day, you have to do it. I'm telling you, you have to do it if you want these things. If you want Ruby or Emerald, you know, in the 2 or 3 full calendar months. And then also follow up. Follow up is huge. I don't even know how many times Kim followed up with me. And you know what? Yeah, people can get annoyed by it. That's fine. I was annoyed by it. Kim knows that. We joke about this all the time. Anytime stuff like this is brought up, she annoyed the crap out of me, you guys, for a solid year. A solid year. But guess what? If she wouldn't have continued to follow up with me, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. You know, all of us, we wouldn't be where we're at. Anyone that's on here on my team, you know, none of you would be on here. None of that. But she continued to follow up because I never blatantly just said, leave me alone, stop messaging me. Until someone tells you, shut up, leave me alone, I want nothing to do with you, just keep on going. Seriously, keep on going because it took me literally being in the airport, coming back from California, and I saw someone get a $100,000 bonus, and I was like, oh my Lord. And I knew I could do this. I knew I could do it. And so I looked over at, he was my boyfriend at the time, and I said, okay, should I just do this? You guys, he looked at me, he was like, oh my gosh, just do it. You talk about it, just do it. Like, stop talking about it. So I remember messaging Kim and saying, okay, here's all of my information. If you don't have me signed up by the time I get off this airplane, I'm going to say no again. So she said, I turned my phone off, got on the airplane, got off, and she had signed me up, blew my phone up with all my information. She was in the hospital because her aunt was literally dying, you guys. Her aunt lived and is fine, but I'm not kidding you. It took a year of her following up. And if she wouldn't have done that step 3 of her 3 things that she does, post, message, follow up, and repeat, you know, this never would have happened. I wouldn't be here. You know, all of my team wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to be a stay-at-home almost mother. But so just keeping consistent and doing those things every single day. Post, message, follow up, repeat. Those are what's going to make you successful, okay? If there's one thing I can tell you to do or to write down from this Zoom tonight, it's that. It's literally that. You know, so many people will reach out to me or even team and stuff and say things like, what do you do every day? Like, I want to know exactly what you do every day because I want to do those things so I can be successful. Well, I post, I message, I follow up, and I repeat. That's literally what I do, you guys. That's what Kim does. So don't overcomplicate this business. That's all you have to do to go Ruby. That's all you have to do to go Emerald and beyond. And then while we're at it really quickly, before we kind of finish up, After Emerald is Diamond, you guys. Diamond is like the rank where we say, you can print money. What does Mark say? Something about printing money.
Couldn't move my thing. It's the license to print money. Yeah.
There we go. The license to print money. When you have no idea when you get to Diamond and above the things that happen. It's insane. There's more small bonuses that you get every Friday, every paycheck. You get more money on Fridays when you get Fast Star bonuses. You literally you'd be mind blown, literally. It's so crazy to think about. But right now there's a $10,000 bonus out. Who doesn't want that, right? And so if you're following these things, if you're following what we're saying to go Ruby, and you're following what we're saying to go Emerald, Diamond is easy. You guys, I went from distributor to Ruby, so I skipped executive, and I went Ruby to Diamond, and then I went Diamond to double. I never even went Emerald, you guys. And going Ruby to Diamond is even easier now. It's even easier now. So just remember that if you're busting butt to go these ranks, Ruby and Emerald, there's no reason you can't go Diamond literally the next month. And you unlock so much of the compensation plan, you won't even know what hit you. I'm not even kidding, you won't know what hit you. I'm not going to go into all that because it's too much. Just think about a $10,000 bonus on top of your commissions. Yikes, dude, that's insane. Since I've been in this business, I've earned $36,000 in bonuses, literally, and that was in my first 2 years. And it all started with me going Ruby. Literally, it started with me going Ruby because I kicked butt in the beginning, and I realized that I could do that in 2 full calendar months. And I'm like, well, shoot, if I can do that, why can't I go Diamond? You got from Ruby. I went from Ruby to Diamond in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you guys, Ruby to Diamond. You guys can do it. I'm going to read that, Kim.
Okay.
Maybe I can't click it. Okay. When you say messaging every day, are you messaging just in general, or are you messaging about business opportunities or specific products? How do you determine which people you're going to receive business conversation with? Okay. So everyone's different. This is what I do, okay? I'm going to answer each one of these individually. I personally am saying messaging in general. That doesn't mean you have to message people and say things like, I'm looking for 90-day product models. Would you be interested in being one for me? Or I'm looking to expand my portfolio. Or it's only $20 to join my business right now. But guess what? If you start a conversation with something about how pretty their hair is and where do they get it done, or you love their shirt, or oh my gosh, I just saw you went to Disney. Did you love it? I cannot wait to take my family. You can literally turn that into a business talk or a product talk. So whether it be that day or whether it be the next day or a week from now, you can, as you continue the conversation, you can see where it's going, if that makes sense. But I never ever rule out the business with anybody, even if I'm talking to them about products. Don't ever rule out the business. When they're ready to become a loyal customer and I have their information and everything, I bring up the business just because we don't want to take that opportunity away from anybody. So hopefully that makes sense and answers that part of it. How do you determine who you're going to pursue business conversations with? First product. So I kind of just answered that too. But there's also, so along those same lines, when I meet somebody or I start talking to somebody and I know that they will kick butt in this business, I'm not going to talk to them about the products. It's just not going to happen because they can try the products and buy the products themselves if they're a distributor too, right? And I mean, there's a whole bunch of people on this Zoom of mine that I could give examples for, but she's literally just right on the front screen that I'm looking at right now. So that's why I'm going to say it. Sienna is a prime example. She was like me when I first started. busy is all get out, like crazy busy. And I was crazy busy. But that was not going to stop me from asking her to join this business. I don't even know if we talked about the products at all in the beginning, to tell you the truth. But I knew she was going to be, yeah, we didn't. She's shaking her head. I knew she was going to be amazing at this. And I didn't care that she was busy. I knew she was busy. She has a Facebook. I can see what she does. You know what I mean? I know she works all the time. I know she goes to school. I know she does this, that, and everything else, and she's driving everywhere. My husband's in the State Police Academy. Her boyfriend's in the State Police Academy. I get it. Like, I understand her crazy life. I totally do. But I also knew that that meant she was dedicated. That meant she was determined. All of those things, just like I was in the beginning. So I knew from the very beginning, I wasn't going to talk to her about becoming a loyal customer. I was going at it with the business side of it. And if she decided that wasn't for her, then we could talk about becoming a loyal customer. So when you run into those people, you just kind of know. You know, you can feel them out. You know who you want on your team. Remember, we gotta be kind of picky who we have on our teams too. When I first joined, it was more of like a quantity thing. I wanted to sign up all the distributors, and it was funny because I could sign distributors left and right like it was nobody's business. I could just sign them and sign them and sign them, but they weren't all good quality, right? They had negative mindsets. They had broke mindsets. They had all these different things, you know. So it's that too, you know, so making sure that you're choosing, not necessarily choosing, not really the right word, but you're looking for quality over quantity. Are there any other ones, Kim? Hopefully that helped. Let me know if you had any other ones.
No, there wasn't any other ones, but yeah, like think of the 5 biggest attributes that you want on your team. Like, what kind of person do you want to work with? Write those 5 attributes, 5 or 10, write them down. And when you realize who you want on your team, you'll actually start seeing that more often. You'll start addressing those people more often with more confidence. So yeah, become picky about who you have on your team. You know, I want goal getters. I don't care if you're broke, but if you have a broke mindset, I don't really want to work with you because, I mean, I will, but it's harder. So really quickly, I want all of you to turn your video off if you can. If you're naked or something, please don't. But what?
Turn your video on.
Yes, turn your video on. Oh, did I say off? Oh my God, you guys. On. Sorry. Unless you're naked. That's what I was trying to say. I was like, what? Turn your video on if you can. All right. So we are paid. Kaylee just covered it. We're paid to do 2 things, you guys. 2 things. And that's sign up new distributors and new customers. That's it. We're paid to do 2 things. Sign up new distributors and new customers. That's it. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand how simple this business is? Now, how are you going to do that? Are you going to talk to more people every day? Are you going to stop overthinking it? Are you going to start stepping outside of your comfort zone? She's right. How you talk to people is what you want to do. I like giving compliments and saying, I literally just messaged someone the other day and I said, hey, why aren't you on my team yet? That's it. That's all I said. I don't like to overthink things, and I don't like to think, well, should I message her? Message the people. You guys, someone bugged me for 6 months to join this business. I told him no every single week, every single month. Thank God he was persistent, right? So she's right. We're paid to do 2 things, sign up distributors and sign up customers. So I want you guys to get over yourselves and do those 2 things and just go for it. So the reason I had you turn off your video is because I want to know, and she wants to know, some of us are already fired, but who's ready to get to work? Like, I want to know who's ready to get to work. Like, just raise your hand, make a face, do something. All right. Yeah, look at Allegra's face. That's what I like to see. Okay. So who's ready to get to work? Like, we just want to help you get to work. So go Ruby. We are literally paid to build rubies. Think about it. Rubies make diamonds. That's it. You go ruby, and then you build 2 rubies and you go emerald. You build 3 rubies, you go diamond. That's it. Like, when I found that out, I was like, oh my God, what? Like, when you make it that simple, because girl, I got ADD for days. I don't need you to make things complicated. I don't need you to tell me all these details. I taught myself how to chart, and I barely graduated high school. So just get to work. Just get to work. I wanted this bad enough. So take everything that she said and apply it, but just get to work. At the end of the day, you have to take what Kaylee said and then take action. You can't just be like, this was really great stuff. Thank you so much. Have a good night. No, after this, I want you to get off and I want you to take action for the rest of the month. We have so much month left. Like, let's see Ruby and Emerald and Diamond promotions. I want to see you guys actually doing the things. So I'm just so ready to get to work. Did you want to end it with anything else, Kaylee?
So make an ask out of yourself. I literally said that to someone on my team today, and I can't remember if it was Amanda or Ashley. But make an ask out of yourself. We say that all the time too. You got to ask. If you're not asking, you're not doing yourself any good, right? And the other thing I wanted to say too, quickly, I wanted to add to the quality over quantity thing. And this is calling myself out, literally calling myself out. But I think this is when I finally learned how important it is to be signing quality over quantity. Is it a year ago or 2 years ago now? The $9.99.
Green carpet. Yeah, green carpet like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Wait, no, it had to be whenever. Doesn't even matter, you guys. We
Yeah.
don't even.
Yeah.
But I think it was because it couldn't have been just 6 months ago, June. Yeah. So it has to be like a year and a half ago because it was.
Yeah,
June.
it was a year and a half. It was a year and a half.
Yeah, makes sense. So a year and a half ago, they released distributor kits for only $9.99 when we went to Florida for green carpet. You guys, I signed with was it a week long? Was it a week? Yeah. 1 week, you guys. I signed 28 distributors, okay? 28 distributors in 1 week. You guys are like, oh my God, that's so awesome. I want to do that. Like, I want to do that. How'd you do that? No, you don't, guys. No, you don't. I can promise you don't. And I'm only going over this really quickly because our kits are $20 right now. I could probably have signed 20 distributors by now. But you guys, I've signed 3. And you know why that is? Because it's really easy for people to spend $10 or spend $20 and not do anything. Because they don't really want this business, right? They're just like, yeah, what's $10? Or yeah, what's $20? Let's just do it. You know? But I'm being picky. I'm not just saying, hey, it's $20. Like, that's all you gotta do, pay $20 and then I can help you do what I do. No. Like, I'm telling you about your 80 auto shipment. I'm telling you that you need to work your butt off still. You know, I'm telling these people all these things. So I'm making sure that I'm not making that mistake when kits were $10. I'm not making that mistake when they're 20 right now, you know, and just signing anybody. I'm making sure that I'm signing quality distributors, people that want this, you know, that actually want this business. And they're just taking advantage of the fact that it's $20. They're not just doing it because it's $20. So make sure that we're really staying focused on the quality thing, even though our kits are only $20 right now. So, yeah, I just wanted to add that because I know so many of us too are like, ooh, I want to be boxed for Ruby. I want to be boxed for Emerald. So let me just sign all these distributors because I need to fill those holes or those boxes. But you guys, if you fill those and those people aren't doing anything, you're working those boxes. You are working their accounts, right? Because they don't really want this. Because they're not quality people, or they're not quality people. They're quality people, they're just not for the business, if that makes sense. So make sure you are being picky. But that's pretty much all. I hope that helped, you know, with you guys going Ruby and going Emerald. I literally just fired my boss.
I'm hungry. Kim knows what I mean. Yeah.
But yeah, I hope that helped you guys with going Ruby and going Emerald and what you need, like what it exactly is and what you need to do. But just get to work. Like Kim said, you can't just listen to this and then go sit on the couch. You have to take action. You have to take action. You have to go out there. Do those good posts, you guys. Ask people to host a post for you. Message those people. Message the people that you don't want to message, that you're scared to message. You don't even know how many times I've messaged people and then like quickly got out of my message because I don't even want to see that they read it. Like I still do that, you guys. I still do that. But if I want to continue to be a stay-at-home mom, dog mom, currently human mom, hopefully tomorrow, I have to keep doing that, right? You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to. So take action, you guys. Otherwise, Ruby and Emerald aren't gonna happen. You take action, you post, message, follow up, and you repeat. I can promise you, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, and above will happen for you. So, thank you guys for being on, and I hope it helped.
This was awesome. Yes, and if you're convincing people to join, you're going to convince them to work, so just don't do it. But this was awesome, you guys. Share your ahas in the picture in Better Together of Kaylee, the one that she posted in the announcement. Share your aha moments. Tell us what you learned. Tell us what you took away. And I think that's it. I hope everybody has a good night. I'll get the recording in the comments as soon as this is uploaded.
Alrighty, thank you. See you guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks, Kaylee. Bye, guys.